we want to use tonight, we've got our bands out, so we have our bands ready. And for those circumstances when the baby's feet might be a little bigger than what we'd like to have them, and it's a little tight fit getting this band on a baby's foot, we want to use some petroleum jelly and a toothpick. And what we'll do is we'll take that toothpick, scoop out a little bit of this petroleum jelly, and put that petroleum jelly on the inside of the band. Once we do that, as soon as that baby's foot hits that petroleum jelly, it's going to melt and turn into a nice slippery foot that our band will be able to go over. And we have another use for that toothpick as well. What I want to do is grab a nest bowl with a baby and an egg and show you how big these babies are when we're going to band them. They're going to be 5 to 7 days old, but size is very important. So let's take a look at this nest. This again is good old 509. I've talked about him in a previous video. And he's not happy at all. Here we've got one of his little babies that's a day old, and you can see the other egg is hatching. So I need to work quickly, back up, and show you the size of this other baby. The beautiful thing about pigeons is they don't mind us messing around with these babies like this. Well, now here's a baby that's 6 to 7 days old. And that's the difference between a newborn and a 6 to 7 day old baby. This is when we want to put a band on their leg. So we'll put this guy right back where he belongs. There you go, Pops. Jump back in there. And that fast, he's back on the nest. Let's take this baby over. And let's get a band on him. Beautiful thing about these little babies is you can see how the parents have fed this little baby all this food right in here. This is all seeds and pigeon milk. This baby's had lots of food. He's in great shape. And so he's ready. He's looking around. He's curious. His eyes are open. He's ready for a band. Okay, now what we want to do to band this baby, I've got a towel laid down so that the birds don't slide and slip and it's not as cold as it might be. I'll take one of my bands that I know I've already put the Vaseline on, and I'm going to take that baby's hind leg and just straighten it out backwards as if we were holding this baby. Then I want to take the band so that I can read it, so that it's right side up while I'm putting it on his foot. Slide those 3 toes, can you zoom in on that? Mm-hmm. Slide those first 3 toes right into that band, and then pull that band down over that last toe. As you can see, that little last toe, if you give it a wiggle, starts to come out. But in order to get that toe through, this is where the toothpick comes in. We carefully slide that toothpick in between the toe and the back of the heel. That is not through any flesh on the bird, and it does not hurt this baby at all. And then by pulling that, you can see how, can you see that, Jay? Mm-hmm. See how that toe just pops right out and my toothpick comes through. Now on this baby's leg, if we look at this band, all 4 of those toes are stuck right there, and that band will not come off. Now this baby has a permanent band on his leg, and he's ready to be put back in the nest. Okay, time to put this baby back in the bowl. He's got his bands on his legs. And I want to check out his brother, her brother, whatever. I want to make sure that we get a band on there for this foot too. This bird's foot looks about the right size, so I'm going to go ahead and band him too. But in the meantime, I'll put the other little baby back in the nest.